Okay, so first thing we gotta do to get the speedo gear changed is punch this pin. And as you can see, I got it kind of started. We didn't have a nice roll pin punch for this, so I just used an oversized one to get it started. And then this one fits in that hole really nicely. So we're just gonna pound that through the bottom. And then you have to split the transmission by taking these bolts out. Then kind of when you separate it, this comes off. There's a little spring in the bottom of this that has a little ball bearing with it. You got to make sure and keep track of that. Also, when you split this, there's, even if you drain the trans, I'm sure there's still going to be some fluid that's going to come out. So be mindful of that. So I guess we'll just keep bebopping this thing out of here. I feel like someone's been in this transmission before. Maybe not. Maybe they used like that weird RTV stuff from the factory. But I honestly don't know. As soon as I get this stupid bolt out, we're ready to try to split this thing. We got old Big Bertha storm coming in or something. I'm not really sure. I tell you what, fellers. It's arrived. It's pretty spicy. But that ain't gonna stop us unless it sucks us up. That once you get this split, this is gonna want to walk off. But there's that spring and ball bearing underneath.
Well, I guess give it the clue.
It's gonna split and puke oil everywhere.
Oh, she's cracked. Saw it. She's coming.
Okay.
There's a, yep, it's going.
So,
it's contained in the paper towels of our.
Can you set the camera down and like try to keep track of all that?
Resting on it? Oh, there it is.
It's probably something you should have like a surgically clean bench for.
Ours is pretty close. Slide off of that. It's rubber.
It needs to. I'm telling it, it has to. I think we're gonna need a boat to leave here pretty soon. Okay, so we have the tail shaft off, and this is our speedo gear we need to change, but there's this little clip here, and it's springy and holds this gear on. So you need to push that down and kind of pull this off, I think.
Oh, it's working.
Okay, so as you can see, we got this off. It seemed like the technique that worked was basically get this down, or that tab pushed down, get it started over that little tiny clip on the end of it there, that little edge. And then I just came in with the mallet and tapped it on each side. It just slides off, and this clip is with it. Got to get the new gear and put that on, and then put the tail shaft on. It's actually not that bad of a job.
I thought we had another gear.
Yeah, that one goes in the side. Okay, so we got our new gear, new clip, which we don't need, but I'm gonna put on there anyway since it came. Take the new gear, slip her on. New clip. There's like a wide part in the gear where the clip needs to be. And it needs a little encouragement.
You better be gentle about it. It's gotta be darn close.
Is the clip too short? I'm really thinking it's too short. Think about putting the old clip on.
You may need to. That doesn't look like it's gonna work.
I don't know if you can tell in the video at all, but that's like butted entirely against the gear, and it still hasn't cleared this little clip in the front. So I think I might try to take it off and use the old one, which
Wait, what?
they are different.
Oh yeah?
Again, line up your little keyway shrink it up. There. Oh my gosh. Okay, see this little clip that LMR gives you? It's a piece of schmidt. Maybe it works for some people. It certainly didn't work for us. It's now on there though. And actually clipped and retained. So, I mean, that's it for this part. For this gear.
Is it supposed to be able to move this much?
I don't know. If she explodes, it explodes. And then we fix it again.
We do need a bigger, better battery trans at some point anyway.
Yeah, we do. So that's the inside. I guess we're just gonna throw the tail shaft back on and seal it up. We're gonna have to RTV this. Oh, and don't forget, put your little grommet deal back on.
He's not very fast.
No, he's not. He's chasing a woodchuck.
Oh, here he comes.
There you go. Get the varmint.
What are you gonna do? He's gonna bite us.
Didn't really have a good reason to chase a woodchuck. But if you see a woodchuck, why not chase it? Laid a bead of RTV around the tail shaft housing or whatever you want to call it to where it seals here. And we're gonna stuff it on and hope it holds. Okay, so we kind of skipped this. Should have left it recording, but we put 2 bolts in this just to secure it, but it was really handy to have an extra set of hands just to kind of, because there's that spring, push this down while I slid it on, so that would just sneak in there and then pound the pin in. It's really not too bad. Now we just have to put all the bolts back on and hope our ITV holds. Assuming I'm looking at the right bolts in the manual I found online for the T5. I guess these are supposed to be the 23 foot-pounds, which seems light, but whatever, I guess we'll do it. We're just putting a little Loctite on there too for a little insurance, so. Okay, so we got this all torqued on and together again. Now we're just gonna pull this little fork thing off, and then this just slides out. That's the driven gear. Schneike's Batman. This may never go back in.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
You broke it. This turned into a whole new adventure.
Yep, it really just did. Well, anyway, so after you snap the bolt off, you just pull it out. It's just sitting there for you.
You never install it again.
You don't even really need it. But anyway, this is super simple to replace, and it would have been great if it wouldn't have broke, but it did.
When easy jobs get hard.
Yeah, this is supposed to be the really easy part. So you just take this little snap ring off, and then you slide the gear off, slide your other gear on, and put the snap ring on. Oh, and if you're looking to try to figure out what speedometer gears you need, there's a calculator on LMR that I use. We'll see how close that is. What an easy install. So the easy out failed, so we're just gonna zip tie it in. It'll work. I mean, it's in there. And don't be sloppy with zip ties either. You gotta make sure to take the tails off at least. But I don't know. I mean, it don't really get much better than this. This is, it's mint. Like, this is never coming out. I mean, you gotta have the little one here holding it on though. That's key. This is craftsmanship. This is better than the original Borg Warner design. It's in there, but anyway, we'll see what we're gonna do about this in the future. This is just a little Speedo gear video. Thanks for watching.